I'm Samantha, and this is Lone Crow Adventures, the channel where we talk about all things camping, hiking, and backpacking. Today I'm going to be introducing you to a revolutionary product that totally changed hot tenting for me, and that is the Ecofan. This is the Ecofan Ultrair Gold Blade size medium. So you may be asking, what is this strange looking contraption? Well, this is a wood stove hearth fan, and it is designed to help circulate the warm air that's coming off your wood stove. One of the things about a wood stove is that it puts off a tremendous amount of heat, but that heat tends to stay kind of trapped around the wood stove. So this is a fan that requires no electricity. It uses thermoelectric technology to circulate the air, and it's based all on heat. And I'm going to show you all about this fan. Before we get the Ecofan into action, I just want to take a few minutes and tell you about some of the features. This is the Ecofan Ultrair Gold Blade size medium, and it comes in a mini version and also comes in a large version. This medium size has a rating of 125 CFM, so it's able to move 125 cubic feet per minute once it gets going. It is ideal for spaces up to 240 square feet, so it definitely can take care of this hot tent that you see in the background. The dimensions on this hot tent here is 9 by 10 feet with a 7-foot peak, and this fan here could easily accommodate air circulation needs inside one of those bigger wall tents that is a 12 by 14 foot space quite easily. These fans are also ideal for small shops and small cabins as well. Now, where the Ecofan really shines is in its operating temperature. You'll notice if you look up Ecofan, it does come with a little bit heavier of a price tag compared to other fans available on the market. If you take a quick search on Amazon, you'll notice that there are a lot of cheaper fans out there, and most of these are manufactured in China, and they're using a lower grade quality steel. Because of that, the operating temperature, or the temperature at which the fan blades start to spin, is significantly higher, which means two things. Number one, it's going to take longer for this fan to turn on once you get it on your stove. And number two, you're going to lose fuel efficiency, and you're going to have to use more wood to get that fan going. So in the long run, this fan will pay for itself if you're planning on using your wood stove a ton. So keep that in mind when you're looking at this brand versus other brands. This brand is also manufactured in Canada. It's based out of a company that is based in the Bruce Peninsula of Ontario. And in Canada, they know winter, so that's where they developed this fan. Now, the operating temperature on this fan, or the temperature at which the blades start to spin, is at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. And it can stay on the stove and operate safely up to temperatures up to 650 degrees Fahrenheit or 345 degrees Celsius. If it is exposed to temperatures higher than this range, you do risk damaging the motor, so you may want to consider having some type of thermostat on your stove on the flue pipe so that you can tell how hot it is, because the fan can be damaged when it's exposed to extremely high temperatures. So it's time to put the Ecofan onto the stove. Now, ideally, if you have a larger stove and you have your flue pipe in the middle, you're going to want to position your fan just off to the side of the flue pipe. Because of the nature of this stove being small, we don't do that. We put it right here, kind of in the back. You don't want it touching the flue pipe, but you definitely don't want to position the fan at the front of the stove. That's a big no-no. So really, it's a set it and forget it kind of item. You just set it at the back, and as this fan starts to heat up, it's going to start whirling around and spinning, and it's going to start to circulate the air. The benefit of this, number one, you're going to be able to get the space that you need heated hotter faster. This fan has been proven to heat spaces up to 31% faster, and it creates a more efficient fuel burn. So you're actually going to use 14% less wood fuel using this fan to produce the same level of heat than if you didn't have the fan. So like I said, if you use a wood stove a lot, this fan will pay for itself probably within about 1 season's use. You'll notice that fan is a very silently operating fan. And just like that, the fan is spinning around. So I'm going to show you some of the details on the back of the fan and explain in a very rudimentary level how the science of this fan works. In here we have the thermoelectric motor, and between this part of the fan and the main body of the fan there is a heat plate that's in there. The basic idea of how this fan works is that it registers heat at the bottom and compares it to the cooler temperatures up here. That's why it kind of has this strange design up here. And the heat being produced at this level and the cooler temperatures being produced up here creates a thermodynamic electron reaction inside of this little motor, which creates a form of energy. That form of energy is what helps this fan spin around like this. Because of the thermodynamic electricity that's being produced, this fan will spin for hours and hours and hours and hours. As long as there's a heat differential between the base and the top, this fan will keep spinning. It will keep silently pushing that air and heating the space that you need it to heat. I've had this fan running 48 hours consecutively without it stopping, never had an issue, and this fan is just a silent companion to your wood stove. Let's rate the Ecofan on a 5-point rating scale. I honestly would give this product a solid 4.5 out of 5 crows. The only ding that I would actually give this, where it loses half a point for me, is just in the durability department. Because I use this for hot tenting, it's difficult to kind of pack this fan. You have to make sure that the blades are packed, and they can bend very easily. And I did bend one of the blades when I had it packed in the bag with my hot tent stove. I think that one of the great ways around that would be if the company could come up with some kind of a hard transport case, like a plastic case that this could slide right inside and keep the blades positioned in this up and down position. That would prevent it from getting crushed from any other things, because a lot of people do like to use these for hot tenting, and they're going to be transporting them either on a toboggan or in their vehicle to the campsite. The majority of people who use an Ecofan are going to be using it stationary, either in their home, in their shop, or in their cabin. So if that's a consideration, the durability issue is not a problem. This thing will spin for years and years and years and years, and you can even buy replacement heat plate sensors and replacement motors directly from Ecofan if they happen to burn out due to exposure to excess heat. So if you're using it in a stationary environment, then this will be a 5 out of 5 crow rating for this product. But because I specifically use it for hot tenting, just that transportation piece isn't there. So Ecofan, if you're watching this video, you may want to consider making some kind of a hard shell case that consumers can purchase after they purchase the fan, just to protect it during transport for all of us hot tenters out there. But other than that, this is an amazing, amazing product.